Alright, this is patch 5.9 rundown. If you don't want to listen to me blab around for like another 10 minutes about the changes, here's a quick rundown. Basically, Ashe changes. Ashe is actually pretty decent now. She's actually viable in situations and actually doesn't suck and actually can do damage. Kali has a small buff. Good fixes. Annie's range reduced. She's not a fucking baseball throw playing champion anymore. She actually can has reasonable stuff. Hecarim, now they want, instead of being a top laner, they want to transition Hecarim into a jungler. Kalista, let's shatter that girl's ankles because she's not skipping back anymore as much as she gets bonus movement, distance. Morgana's Thermal Soil is nerfed. Kind of unfortunate. Nasus gets a little change where he gets fast, instant health, instantaneous after pressing R. Nocturne buff does a little bit more damage on the E, pushing him forward to a more meta. Olaf is granted 1 second movement speed, pushing him towards the meta a little bit more. Renekton gets a little buff at the same time, kind of evens him out. Guess we'll get an instantaneous buff similar to Nasus. Riven, that bitch finally gets nerfed the way she is. Finally, you have some counterplay to her ult. Rise gets some like complaints, really nothing to basically people don't get one shot, although no one really plays Rise. Just want to get some buffs, actually making her kind of good. Trundle also, just like previous champions mentions like Olaf and Nocturne, also get slight buff. Xin Zhao, same thing. Crescent Fleet now applies a 0.07 second stun to all knockback targets. Zed gets a little kick in the ankles, and fucking now it takes 1 second cooldown before he can reactivate his return to the Shadow Death Mark. No more sneaky kills. Cinder Hulk is now nerfed, but does 100% bonus damage to monsters, so rewarding junglers that are clearing jungle instead of being tanking and running around. Skirmish Saber is now being taking down. The smite buff duration is down from 6 to 4. Hopefully less top laners are using this, but rewarding top laners that are such as Vi, Shyvana, that can sit on targets, and Malphite that can sit on their opponent, their target for a long period of time and stick to them. Dragon, small changes, nothing else really matters in these patch notes. Match history, a little change, a few bug fixes. Skins for Singed, Rengar, Talon, Twitch, Thresh, Ezreal, Mordekaiser, Syndra, Shaco, and Lux. Hope you guys enjoyed this rundown. If you want to keep watching the full thing, me talking about it, then just wait a little bit. And now, we're in patch note 5.9. This is pretty cool. I really like this new attack system move function. Basically, it gets closer to your cursor and stuff like that. Really cool. Like that. Combat text, nothing really important. Ashe changes. Ashe gets a new passive, a new Q, and a new E. I really like the E changes. Really promotes, protection from ganks and stuff. Definitely making her a little bit more valuable. Viable than in current situation. Ashe was so bad. She like literally didn't provide anything for her team, like damage wise. And this is really good. I like this change. Very healthy. You guys can read a little bit more about it. I think it's very good. They lower some mana costs. They increase her, attack speed missiles. And then no longer he passively generates gold. This is important. I think this is good. This is really healthy. I like it that it's global. Very good. Akali, she gets some buffs after Rito nerfed her pretty hard. Her cooldown on her E is significantly reduced, especially at level 5. Holy shit! Oh fuck! Didn't mean to do that. 1 second? That is insane. What the fuck, Rito? That is insane. 1 second? That is literally Katarina. Like, she'll be just like, this is how to get better at Akali, right? You take your E button, right? You max E, and then in team fights, all you gotta do is just this. And you basically do stupid amount of damage, but okay, Rito, thanks. We'll get used to that. Annie is not a baseball player anymore. She is now toned down to a softball player. They nerfed her range from 625 to 575. This is I think a healthy change. Annie was really annoying bot lane because of her extreme range. She outranged most 80 carries. Like, that's insane that a guy with a bow and arrow can't outrange a little child. Like, please, Varus is probably like, what the fuck? How can you hit me from so far? And he's like, bitch, please take the fireball. Hecarim, they're nerfing his Q, kind of. They're not nerfing it. They're changing it so it does full damage to minions. They really want to transition Hecarim from a laner to a jungler, so they're rewarding people for jungling with him by doing full damage to minions. Will this change jungle into Jungle Hecarim, maybe. We'll see him. He still struggles early game, but we'll see. Kalista's passive no longer grants her bonus distance for dashing backwards. Jesus, this is one of the most frustrating things for me playing against Kalistas. Constantly, when I played against Kalistas, I would just, like, get kited by them forever. Unless you had a really hard lockdown CC, it was really difficult for people to, you know, to lock her down. So, like, that's why popular picks such as whenever Kalista was played, you'd have Vi's, Nautiluses, Volibears, you know, people that can just fucking lock, okay, maybe not Volibear, but people that just provide lockdown CC to keep this bitch down, because she just fucking moved. She was like, zoom, 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 and spear, and I'm just like, please stop. But yeah, Morgana's Terminated Soil, yeah, basically that's TLDR. Morgana's basic Terminated Soil gets a little nerfed. Not too big, probably just to hurt a little bit, support Morgana, so, and reward lane Morgana for maxing her, what do you call it? Her W, which is good. And this is to shift Morgana from support to mid laner. Nasus, Fury of the Sands is R, same just like Renekton, a little bit more down. Basically, when they ult, there's no that delay of like them changing. It's boom, instant, so which is good. This is a good, healthy buff for Nasus. Can bait some more stuff out. Nocturne's damage is up on his E. This motherfucker now does a little bit more damage. This should push Nocturne a little bit more into the meta. Hopefully, they're trying to edge a little bit more a few of these junglers without instantly buffing them, you know, scale like instantly, like by too much, so they just like come into the meta and they're like, I'm gonna shit on you, and guess what? I'm definitely gonna shit on you. Same thing for Olaf. He gets a little buff. Trying to push this guy into the meta. Gets a 1 movement speed. 1 second grants 50 to 60, 50, 60, 70 bonus movement speed towards enemies for 1 second. This is a level 1, 2, and 3. Very good. This is good changes. Renekton's W now has grants 50 bonus range, but does a so he gains a little more range. But the stun on it is taken down from 0.75 to 0.5, which is kind of a big thing. Just like Nasus, get a little change. Riven! God damn. If you guys didn't think the Riven Riven nerfs were ending, this is another one. Her movement speed is cut by 5. This is good, rewarding players positioned with her better instead of just running around. Wind Slash has finally, after 4 years, this champion has some kind of counterplay to her ultimate. Thanks, Rito. Took you long enough. Rise, no longer one-shotting people with Wormer. I didn't really see a problem with this in my little range, but maybe it was a problem in other things. Tristana, they just changed things. Nothing too really important or things to talk about. Tristana gets a small buff with her bonus damage per stack equals 30%. This is really good. And she's got to shoot fast. The cast time is now reduced by attack speed. So now it's better to Q than E instead of E than Q. So they're rewarding players that Q E really fast. So you go boom, boom, and then you just auto attack them and you do a lot more damage a lot faster. They're trying to push Trundle into the meta again. He was viably competitive for a little while. Then he got nerfed a little bit, took him down a few notches, and now they're trying to bring him back in by rewarding people with a knockback and a slow increase. Sorry, it's a little late. Xin Zhao, he's Crescent Sleep now does a 0.5 second stun to knocked back enemy targets. This is a really good. Definitely think of it as an Alistar's Headbutt. It's really good for initiating team fights. Definitely could set up a lot of team fights. Like, think about if there's like a minion or like a Zyra playing in the middle of the enemy. If you dash to it, ult, you can literally ult their whole team into your team, stun them for 0.75 seconds. Huge. This is going to bring really healthy changes for Xin Zhao. Just like I was talking about, oh shit. Yeah, just like I was talking about Olaf and Nocturne. Good changes. Let's go to Zed. Zed gets a kick in the ankles just like Kalista and Riven. Now it has a 1 second cooldown before he can Turning his death mark, putting a little bit more counterplay rather than people just mashing buttons really fast and doing damage. A little bit more skill, higher, skill cap, takes practice, patience, and stuff like that, knowing when to ult. This is good. Rewards good players, separates good from bad. Cinderhulk changes now, does 100% more bonus damage to monsters, and does less damage to, and they cut the damage by half to champions, which is good. Skirmish Saber is now down from 6 to 4. This is good because top laners, it'll just literally you bring smite and then you do stupid amount of damage for 6 seconds. So this will promote more people taking TP Flash probably as an alternative. But this is actually pretty good. Still pretty good on champions like Shyvana and Vi, who have that instant lockdown for champions and stuff like that. Could be really good because you can ult someone and Vi, smite them, and then pummel on them. Alright, patch notes. Match history, nothing really too important. Bug fixes, nothing too. New skins. We got Rengar's Samsung White Galaxy. We got Thresh, Rengar, Talon, Twitch, and Singed. Really good skins. Don't really like the Rengar one. Then we have the Ace of Spades Ezreal, Mordekaiser skin, Syndra, TF. Oh, TF's been always, but he's now put into that. And then Shaco gets one. Pretty cool. Wildcard Shaco, Queen of Diamonds, Syndra, and Kings of Clubs. Mordekaiser. Kings of Clubs, because he holds a giant club. I thought that was pretty creative. And we got the last but not least, Star Guardian Lux. Really cool skin. Like it. Really nice skin. Kind of like that Sailor Moon kind of vibe to it. Love it. Probably be picking the skin up of some sort. Kind of. Yeah. Alright, guys, this has been Patch Notes 5.9. Thank you guys for watching the extended part of the version. Hope you guys really enjoyed getting my insight and input. So I'm calling this. I'm going to say Kalista gets picked a little less. Ashe gets picked up a lot more. Nocturne and Olaf and Xin Zhao and... all their win rates are going to go up by a few percent. Nothing too big. A little bit. Annie might go down a little bit. Hecarim might be more of a jungle champion now. Morgana might be a little bit more of a mid champion oriented. Tristana, I think Tristana's going to be top tier this patch. Tristana and Ashe are going to go up like fucking crazy. Tristana's going to be so good. I feel like people just need a little bit of time to discover her and think of her potential. Zed's win ratio is definitely going to go down. A lot of people that aren't very good at Zed are going to, not be used to this. So they're going to suffer a little bit more. Separating the better for the good. Looking forward towards the Star Guardian Lux skin. Definitely going to buy that. Now let's talk about things we called last patch. Last patch we called that Sivir would be fucking broken. We also called that Kalista would be also really good. And guess what? We were right. Kalista is good. And a lot of the champions we named about the Black Cleaver have actually presented themselves as actually good champions in the meta. Well, in the past meta. So I'm glad that my analysis was at least partially right and somewhat I provided some good insight. I took advantage of the Sivir buffs. I mean, Sivir, buffs in general because of the nerfs of all the other champions, and actually climbed a full rank on my silver account, Smurf account. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys take some of my ideas and analysis into your minds. Definitely should pick up Tristana and Ashe, Xin Zhao, and I actually think Xin, Tristana, and Ashe are going to become, if not mid-tier to top-tier picks. I think Xin is definitely going to bounce up as a lot better of a champion. And same with Tristana. Ashe might stay still like that semi-average. But yeah, Xin and Tristana are going to be good champions. And this has been patch 5.9. And we're out. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.